last 48 hours, there was an announcement that is arguably even more interesting. Using just a single photo of you, we can now get you to say anything.
Have you ever had, maybe you're in that place right now where you want to turn your life around, and you know somewhere deep in your soul, there could be some decisions that you have to make.
It is proving much easier than many people thought to use AI to imitate not just human writing, voices, artwork, and music, but now even our facial expressions. And by the way, in real time, unlike Sora from OpenAI. But what does this even mean? For one, I think it is now almost certain that you will be able to have a real-time Zoom call with the next generation of models out later this year. I think that will change how billions of people interact with AI. How intelligent those models will be, and how soon, has been the subject of a striking new debate this week.
Hey guys, it's Matt. Yesterday's video was about the channel, and thank you very much for the great suggestions and opinions on different topics. Let me keep this about me for just a second before we start talking about other things related to this, again, breaking AI news that comes weekly. I don't use humor for this reason, but I'm glad I do. I don't use code and hobo code for this reason, but I'm glad I do. I don't think this AI or any large language model, LLM, will be able to pull off real human humor and comedic timing for a very, very long time, if ever, in our lifetime. It just won't be able to get the timing right. It'll be able to tell a joke. It'll be able to imitate a stand-up presentation of whoever, Rodney Dangerfield, and it can watch the Three Stooges and learn slapstick. It can get funny, but it won't, on the fly or per the circumstances, it won't be able to execute real human humor. So I sometimes I can do that. This is a protection. If anybody wants to ever try to imitate and have Matt, say something that I said a few months back, I said, if you hear me saying something that doesn't sound like me, well, of course it wasn't me. And I know this isn't about me, okay? But I just want to put this out. Very glad that humor is a big part of this channel, because it just won't be able to do that for a very long time. Again, not just telling a joke, getting the timing right based on the subject that's being discussed or the particular situation. If it gets that right relatively quickly, we're dealing with something here that is a demon gave it over to the scientists or something otherworldly, that there's no, somebody said a year back when we first started talking about this, Matt, it's just programming. Oh, really? It's just programming. Line 10, if this, then go to that. If this, go to line 20. It may have started that way, but it's not now. Somehow it programs itself. It learns. It's not just programming. And if it gets humor right in the next year or two, maybe it never was programming. I mean, I don't have a good explanation or example. Did you see the movie The Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds? This thing showed up with a ring and said, here, take this. That wasn't expected in our world. Maybe some scientist, was it Sam Altman, some demon came through the sewer or something and said, here, take this and run. I give it to your friends at Microsoft and Melvin, and who knows? I believe there's a potential that there are other dimensions that are possible that can access this world, and there are other worlds and hidden realms, and people that travel into the astral and shit will tell you that. So if it gets the humor right in the next year or two or three, it never was programming, because that's almost impossible to come from a computer other than just telling a joke and imitating all that it can learn from Jerry Lewis, if you would even call that comedy. So in summary, guys, if you ever hear me give a relatively stale presentation, you don't really like what's being said, for example, you're doing the dishes or cleaning toilets like Jupiter Jones, and did Matt just praise the Pope? What the? And a big part of his channel is going to be about praise of the Catholic Pope? And what could that be, Matt? And yeah, there hasn't been any hobo code, and it's not just the hobo code we use all the time, guys. We have old code that we should recycle to confuse the AI bots. I mean, the Legolas event. I remember the old code from the old days. We used to talk about that ridiculous event in Orlando. It was a Bang event because it was Orlando Bloom played Legolas in Lord of the Rings. That's how far we have to go with this ridiculous code. Orlando Bloom, the ridiculous event was Orlando, Florida. Remember? So that was called the Legolas event. We got weird shit the AI will never be able to understand. It'll take a long time, but it won't be able to pull off the proper use of the code, and it won't be able to pull off my lame humor and things like, what about yourself? It won't be able to do that. Matt, explain this picture, please. No, I'm not putting myself into stable diffusion models and Midjourney models. No, I'm not out to, let me get a new AI image of myself and then try to blow it up and put it on the wall. People send me a lot of stuff. And as I said before, the AI always puts 10 to 15 pounds on me, 20 pounds. The cheeks do get chubby. When I get a little fat, when I get the love handles in the gut right in the middle of January, I try to lose it about this time of year, but it's that last 5, 7, 10 pounds never really comes off. It does come in the jaws and the neck and the cheeks. The AI knows that's where I get fat in the face, but this is maybe putting 30 to 40 pounds on me. I ain't that fat, not yet. Anyway, and Zara don't have no one-eye symbolism. She is a tortico. That's a calico and a tortie. But the AI wants to, I guess it's just trained to put one-eye symbolism wherever it can. And that's not Zara. That's more like Bootsy, honestly. Anyway, by the way, freevoice.io did go down for a few hours yesterday, thanks to a few of you that let me know right away. Rob, responded to me immediately, and he fixed it. I don't, if it was nothing major, I guess, if it was anything big like a hack or whatever, he would have let me know. He fixed it and he didn't even email me back. So it was probably just a minor issue regarding the server. And again, I don't even know who he uses as a host. People think there's like all this stuff going on here. A few people thought, I'm kind of like as a joke, say my producer's talking to me during the Old Fashioned Radio Show. There ain't no producer. It's just me here in my spare bedroom, and then Rob is a guy with a big family that's just trying to help us out with a backup platform. People are like, Matt, I want to see this on Free Voice. Rob's just doing this in his free time at his own expense. There's nothing, I can't give you that or do this or no. Like, for example, what's on screen now, I'm not manufacturing a little doll in Foxconn, China. I'm not manufacturing Truth Buddy. You squeeze the belly and it barks out some sort of hobo code or some sort of bad joke. Squeeze the belly. It says, son of a beach. Squeeze the belly. And it says, 7-Eleven job application. We're working on that. We're working, or maybe you pull a string in the back and it just pounds out hobo code or whatever. I know we're working on that. What it would be nice, though, if I'm looking at the Truth Buddy as you are, it would be nice to be able to buy, wouldn't it? I mean, I guess the ham radio is the only way to do this. I have dreams about this. A free platform through the air where the not-nil can't get to it or touch it. I guess ham radio would be the only way. Like a Truth Buddy that has a ham radio built in. So you just turn the back on and the eyes glow at 8 o'clock at night, and it's just a ham radio coming through the airwaves, and we can say and talk about whatever we want, and my voice is coming through the plastic lips of the Truth Buddy, and it's just ham radio. I guess even that they can get to you, right? The FCC, you're doing ham radio. Don't you need a license if you're doing certain things with ham radio? And the government comes in and says, you need license. You can't do it on your own. You can't. Oh, did you wipe your ass today, boy? You didn't check with us. You didn't get your ass wiping license updated. You will need to take more than so many wipes. In Germany, they regulated licks. I'm not joking. You remember during See the V Me? This is not a joke, guys. You guys know this, but there was a city or jurisdiction in Germany that regulated licks in an ice cream shop. You were allowed up to 5 licks on premises. If you walked out of the ice cream shop, you could lick the shit out of that thing. You could shove it up your armpit. You could do whatever you want. But oh my goodness, the lick police is the lick police here at the Dairy Queen or whatever they have in Lower Bavaria. And how many licks you? Get the hell out of the shop. You're going on your 5th lick. Dad, get the hell out of the shop. We can't afford a fine right now. We need you working. We can't afford you arrested over licks. Step out of the shop. We still got a few more cones to get. Stop licking. I know it's hot. Get out the shop. I mean, this society. It's sometimes it borders between funny and actually sad and a little bit scary. Not scary from a fear perspective, but just remarkable where it's gone. And most depressingly, Lily, is the people around us just accept the slide at every turn. I mean, I'm not out there with a sandwich sign running up and down Broad Street in Philadelphia, but I have a platform, at least here, where I try to tell people that things aren't right in the world. At least you try. I mean, people that contribute here, we all contribute in our own way, but the people around us just the slide happens, and they bend over like Kevin Bacon pledging the Omega House, and they turn around to Greg Marmalard and they say, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, Joe Biden. May I have another." At least we don't do that. Thanks for listening.